Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Options Professor podcast. Today is Friday, September 25th, and this is my recap for my trading week. Now, I have up here the SPY chart, and just looking at what happened through the week, we can see that Monday opened up a lot lower than where we closed off Friday. So Friday, the SPY closed off maybe at about 331, and then opened up Monday, a lot lower, maybe about 324, 326, and then it dropped down to 322 immediately. So it was a big drop from Friday to the open of Monday, and then the same thing happened with QQQ. And so we closed off last week Friday at about 266, just above 266, and then opened up Monday around 264 and then immediately dropped down to 260. Okay, so that initial drop in the open created a lot of problems for my credit spreads. So this week, I want to say I had a wash of a week. No overall profit or loss, but I had some really good trades and a couple trades that took me out early in the week simply because of that early drop in the market. And what I want to do is take a look at the losers first, and then I'll look into some of the winners, because I did have a 500% winner. That's right, a 500% winner. And we'll talk about that in a second. So the first stock I was in, and this is because last week I had sold Honeywell, HON. Last Friday, we were trading above even 170. We were trading above 170 midweek. And what I did was I ended up selling puts at the 167 level. So I did not think that 167.50 was going to be breached. I saw the 50 moving average underneath that point, and also the 200 moving average well below that. And so I decided to pick 167 last week, thinking that it would stay at this level. But then with the drop in the market, you can see Honeywell did the same thing Monday. So I didn't even waste any time to think. First thing Monday morning, I end up getting out of this, and I took a 50% loss. Now, it could be a lot worse because, as you can see, the stock didn't recover back to that level. Even though it did recover a little bit, it still was not going to get back above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. And so we can see it come up to the 200 moving average and then back down. And then Friday, today, we had a little bit of a positive move, but definitely not big enough to get back to the level I wanted it to. So I took a 50% loss there. All right. Like I said, if I had held on to it and prayed that it was going to come back, I would have taken 100% loss, but I'm happy with just limiting the loss on that one. And then Visa, and now Visa I've done well with over the past couple of weeks. So I can't complain about Visa overall. And so this one I ended up selling the 200 level last week. It was, I've been selling this 200 level over and over. Last week I made a lot of money on it. This week I lost it. And that's the way it goes. So I saw the drop. The drop wasn't big enough for me to get out on Monday. I watched it get back over 200 by Wednesday, and it reversed right away. And I thought, well, maybe it can do another jump back. It did have a chance to get back to 200. And so I actually waited right till the very last minute and then got out of it right when it was around 198. I just realized that, it's going to be very hard for it to get back to 200, but let me try to limit my loss here. So I ended up getting out in the last 5 minutes of the market today and closing this out at 40% loss. Okay, so it could have been a lot worse. I'm not taking 100% losers here, which is very easy on options or even the spreads. So I managed to have those two losses this week. And then I had 3 winners on my spreads, the non-earning spreads. First one was Tesla. And Tesla, last week, I decided that there was probably going to be a pump through Battery Day, which was Tuesday. So Battery Day was Tuesday. Last week, we were trading over 400. I think I did this trade around early in the week. Maybe it was, I can't remember if it was Monday or Thursday if I made this trade. I did make this trade, though, at when it was trading around 420. So either Monday or Thursday I made this trade. I end up selling the 400 put spread, and my whole plan was not to hold this through battery day, which was Tuesday. I wanted to get out of it Monday. I almost got out of it Monday, ended up holding it for one more day. Battery day was end of day Tuesday. I did get out right at the end of the day on Tuesday and managed a 25% profit on Tesla. So 25% simply by having it hold the 400 level. And as you can see, after the battery day news, this thing just dropped by the rumor, sell the news, I guess, and traded sideways until today and just bumped over 400. So this 400 level seems to be meaningful for Tesla if we're trading it on the 1 hour chart. We'll see how it does next week. And I'll be following Tesla like I always do. The other spread that I was in was Zoom. So early on last week, I ended up selling the 400 level on Zoom. And as you can see, 400 seemed to be a nice level. It was definitely hovering around 400 and then definitely took off, went right up to 529 on Wednesday and started to come back down. Now, I actually got out of it on Monday because by Monday I had already locked in a sizable profit here and I didn't want to hold it till Friday. I just wasn't sure if this was a fake out. So Monday, I ended up selling this spread for 43% profit. And I had a big size on this, so that 43% did obviously make up for the 50% in Honeywell loss and the partially the Visa loss. Okay, I did a second trade in Zoom, and this is where the 500% comes in. So Monday, when it started to make this move, I thought that it had a chance to do a breakout. And so I did a lotto butterfly. And for those of you who aren't aware of what a butterfly is, you essentially pick a specific price target and you pick a specific date. And if it lands on that date at the price target, you can make 10 or 20 times your money. And so what I ended up doing was buying a butterfly on Monday for it to run to 500. I didn't know if it was going to run to 500. It was trading about 460, and I thought it had a chance to get to 500. So I ended up doing a butterfly centered around 500, and I needed it to get over 490 or in between 490 and 510 by Friday. And when it made this move, I thought, oh, it's just moving way too fast. And then it pulled back, and I thought, okay, maybe I have a chance. And then today, I got out a little bit early, but I still managed the Zoom closed off at 496.50, and so just a little short, but I managed to lock in here 500%. If you guys aren't familiar with butterflies, you can definitely look up some YouTube videos on how butterflies work. They're not very easy, and I do treat them like a lotto play. So I go in with a small size, and the whole goal is to hit either 5 times or 10 times on that stock. So I think this one worked out 500%, and obviously this helps make up for some of the couple losses that I made. Now I did do 2 earnings plays, and they kind of counteracted each other. One was Nike, and this one, as you can see, after earnings on Tuesday evening, it just took off, and by a lot. And so what I ended up doing before earnings was I was playing it between the 122 and the 106. So 122 and 106 for it to be within this range. And that was because I didn't really know, I didn't think a clothing company like Nike would be able to really blow past the analysts. Picked a very wide range according to the expected move. And, they just killed their earnings. So couldn't really do much about this. Ended up selling the top side, got out of this and took a loss on it. But then I also did a Costco earnings play. And I did an iron condor through Costco as well, which was really profitable. So this one, I ended up selling the 355 level at the top. And then at the bottom, 325, which you can't really see down here. So 325 355, and I just wanted to stay in between. Earnings came up and it dropped a little bit, but didn't really do a whole lot. So this one was a big winner. So those two earnings plays kind of canceled each other out, but I'm pretty happy with not having a real negative week, especially this week's been kind of choppy. I do like this kind of movement in the market, especially for these credit spreads. The volatility is great. So we'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. I did enter 3 new trades. Now next week I will be out of town traveling and out of without any internet connection. So there won't be any update Sunday and there won't be any recap next Friday. And we will catch back up a week from this Sunday when I'll be back online. So good luck through next week and trade green.